Basketball court's open again in the gym.
That's your cold open?
Yes. I'm leading with it.
Why?
Because I'm happy. I've been waiting for this day. The pandemic's over.
You're declaring it?
LA Fitness declared it, yeah.
LA Fitness declared it?
Yep.
Wow.
Play the montage from Return of the Jedi of all the cities celebrating. Basketball is open at LA
The
Fitness.
sauna's back. All the amenities are back for the LA Fitness.
The world is unhealing.
Yep.
Did you play?
Yes.
Nice. How'd
Played
it
like
go?
5 games.
What was your record?
We lost 1. 4-1.
How's your shot?
Off. The last game, no legs under me. Everything's short.
You had to carry the team?
No, not
Go on your KD?
No, not in the last game. I tried carrying the team.
That's what I'm saying.
I tried,
it's like
yeah.
You were carrying the team for so long.
Took a lot
Eventually
of
you just
shots.
lost your legs. You pick up basketball, you're great on offense. You may be the worst defender you were the prototypical
That was
pick-up
back when we
basketball
played.
defender.
That was back when we used to play. I'm a new guy now.
You're not. There's no way you got better at
all D.
defense as you got older.
I'm all
You're
D.
more aware now on weak side defense.
No, that's so funny you said the weak side defense. I messed up like 3 times in a row, not covering my guy.
You're weak. You are Amari Stoudemire.
Not my guy. I didn't slide to help. And they kept saying, you got to slide, man. Like, I didn't see him. I did.
You are not on the strike, my guy. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Nerd Suit Podcast. I am Bo Oliver, joined here today by Aaron, the Nerd Suit Monkey, and Teddy, back to talk about the world of Hollywood, movies, TV, video games, even though Andres, Manny, and Cam already had that covered with the first episode of the Level Up Podcast. Hope you're listening to that. You can check it out on the channel or on Spotify. Hopefully it's up on Apple by now. But back to our podcast. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about.
The main one.
3 first looks, and also 4th and 5th story. Spielberg's doing something with Hulu. And Netflix.
Who was what was
some
it?
box office stuff.
Box office. That's box office. The box office
Speak
topics.
up.
Me,
I had the podcast.
too loud.
Go. I didn't listen to it yet.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid.
Don't lose sight, though. We are the main.
What was the reaction from the folks?
We're yet to see.
Who are
It's
they?
only been up for,
Who are
for
these
2
people?
hours. Yeah, who are these people? Looks like from the comments, obviously people recognized the voices of Andres and Manny. And I think Cam just kind of fit right in.
Yeah. They're always entertaining when we play PlayStation with them. So I'm picturing it's a lot like that. And if that's the case, then that's a good pod you got there.
I listened to it. They sound good.
3 kids who literally grew up on the same block for like the last 22 years.
'Cause I was going to say, it sounds like they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think obviously with their first episode, they were a little stiff, not as kind of open with each other because, man, they can get... Somebody commented, it's nice to hear a podcast of 3 hosts just not ragging on each other the entire time. It's like, give it a couple months.
Just wait.
That's rude. We don't brag on each other
There
a
was
lot.
one bit where they just started with the insults, and I was like, guys, let's wait for like 3 more
On the
podcasts.
pod they did it?
Yeah. They were going at like pulling up old shit and even brought me into it. It was pretty funny.
That's so fucking... I don't know what it is with like friend groups and just the ability just to shit on somebody no matter what.
Yes.
For anything.
Yeah.
No remorse.
Well, they're entering the stages of their friendship where they are all maturing, coming into their 20s, but they still got it in them. That ability to just make fun of every or any aspect of the other person's life, personality, and, the gaming takes that they have against each other.
Like we have a
They're very
friend
competitive
who's
with that,
just
too.
like tall, good looking, great job, like everything you would want for in a person. And he'd get shit on for that. So it's like, even if you are like the picture perfect person, you're still going to get shit on.
You're not safe around us.
Yeah. And I don't like that anymore.
Well, yeah, you guys have other issues that you need to work out in friend therapy.
If you guys want to like get away from that, I can figure something out.
Friend therapy. Is that always Sunday when they all go to therapy to see who has to do the dishes?
Just make D do the goddamn dishes.
Well, before we get into that, you guys could
well-placed
listen
pen.
to this podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, all the places for podcasts. And yeah, that's cool. Follow us on social media at Nerd Soup, Bo Soup, Nerd Soup Monkey, Teddy Nerd Soup.
See any movies this week?
Luca.
How was it?
I saw Luca. It was good. I actually really enjoyed it.
3.5 stars, right?
It was a refreshing change of pace. Just kind of a movie about 2 friends enjoying an endless summer. Kind of felt like a childhood memory, More so than them trying to prove how clever and smart they are with their plot. There were no heavy metaphors here.
That's not bad.
Except the power of friendship, embracing identity, the animation, of course. I mean, off the coast of the Mediterranean Sea.
It looked magical.
Yeah, I mean that's a setting that just warrants great animation, right? If you pick that as your setting, your movie looks like shit, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
But many people pointed out the Miyazaki influences, and that was cool to see from a visual standpoint and from a storytelling standpoint. I've often said that that's the major difference between Ghibli and Pixar's. So I enjoyed it. What about you guys? You guys watch anything?
Started Mayor of Easttown.
Mayor.
Episode 4 of
Succession.
I said that. And I watched Loki.
Oh, nice. So you're caught up on.
I'm getting there.
Loki.
I'm getting there.
What are your thoughts on that cliffhanger at the end of episode 2?
For Loki?
Yeah. Spoilers if you haven't seen Loki, but they're dropping character posters. So
yeah, I know. I honestly don't know anything about her. Does anyone is she like a new character? I didn't know that there was like multiple Lokis. So is Loki just like a name for him? Like, so is the Loki that we know is he just another Loki? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, is he just another form of Loki, or is it just like an alternate universe Loki? Is what she is?
I think that what they've set up is the concept of alternate universes. You know, when they give him the rundown of all the different Loki variants that they've caught in the past, that there can be subtle differences or major differences. Like one of them was just a beast, like an animal thing. So no, I think it's like the universe that Cap travels to stay with Peggy Carter.
Right.
You know, it's an alternate universe, but it's still pretty much the same. Cap did a good job at that, not getting one where Peggy Carter looks like, Shrek.
They're explaining.
You see the people thirsting over the clock lady?
Yeah.
People are thirsting over clock lady.
The TVA clock
I thought
lady?
the pandemic was ending. They're still thirsting over things that people shouldn't be thirsting
Some
over.
things never change.
You know what I've been thirsting over? Shiv. Shiv Roy.
Visually, though, this Loki looks really nice.
Okay, I thought you were going to say visually
No.
Shiv Roy looks really nice.
No, I want, like, the cinematography in this is fantastic.
All right, Stu. No, yeah, it does look very nice. They had the actual TVA in Georgia. That's a real structure, that giant elevator.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's so funny how Georgia's becoming the new Hollywood. It's just where they shoot all the Marvel movies, so many major blockbusters. But yeah,
Wow.
It's pretty cool. No,
like
the
Hawaii.
shows looked...
Like, I've been there.
Hawaii?
Yeah. A lot of movies got filmed in Hawaii.
Okay. Recently?
No.
All right. Yeah, we're
Fast and
talking
Furious.
21st century.
I guess, all right. Jurassic Park.
I just want
The main one.
Teddy just slowly.
You went to that one thing where it's like they shot this in Jurassic Park.
No. There was a lot. The Descendants was shot there. Jurassic Park,
The
Fast 9.
Descendants. Have you seen The
Pirates
Descendants?
of the Caribbean.
Name
no.
3 actors in The Descendants.
George Clooney.
I
That's
feel
all I
like
got.
I feel like he got all this information on that like tour
Yep.
that he just has in his brain now fresh. So he's just trying to like regurgitate
I'm trying-
that
it's
while
like
he
if I
still
watch.
has it.
It's like if you watch ESPN before you go out with your friends.
Oh yeah, you have all the good
Yeah.
sports takes.
But that's Ted with new information. All of a sudden, he came back and gave us the whole fucking history on Hawaii and the socioeconomic issues that they're facing.
If you guys want, DM me and we'll get on to the political aspects of Hawaii.
Oh, political soup. That'll be a fun day. But yeah, no, let's jump into the first story here. Big news coming out of the Flash movie. We have a set photo of Michael Keaton. I don't know why I said that weird. Michael Keaton as old man Bruce Wayne. And he's got the silver hair. He's got the suit. He looks like a man who's all business. And a lot of people love Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne from those Batman movies. You might not love those movies, but you definitely love Michael Keaton. And it was a different take on the character. He's not built. He's not over 6 foot. He's got a wacky personality. He is kind of more of the unhinged Batman, more so than Bale and even Affleck to an extent. And I can imagine old age hasn't done him well.
He's sick of it, whereas like he's done playing games.
Yeah,
he's been through it.
The Batman in Batman Beyond kind of, he was the old crusty Batman.
Yeah.
And like you said, that he's sick of all the games. He's going to be bending the rules. I guarantee he's way more morally flexible. And still, the question is, how are they going to work this into Ezra Miller's Flash story? Because it's presumably it's the timeline that was established in '89 and '93. I think the second movie came out.
It's kind of funny how he looks more like a Bruce Wayne than he did when he was younger.
Yeah, he looks more like him now.
I feel like he's a perfect old Bruce Wayne, and yeah, obviously he's not when he did play the character, he wasn't the prototypical Batman. But I mean, those Burton movies are still like I enjoy going back and watching them, and he's a big part of that. But I think he's progressed tremendously as an actor. That's the one thing. Like I think it's like athletes when they get older, they lose a step. I feel like with acting, It's fun to see people, especially like Keatons of the world, who've been around for going on 40 years now, how like he just keeps getting better and better and better. And yeah, he has that old man Bruce Wayne look, and that's obviously going to be the most difficult or interesting thing going into this movie. I guess it is getting made, so I guess I was wrong on that.
A third story is also about this movie.
There's still a chance. But like how they're going to incorporate, how they're going to make sense into the universe, or how much are they going to lean on the previous movies that The Flash was in, or they're just going to go completely separate, as we've seen them try to do with other of their properties, especially Wonder Woman recently. So I'm interested. I'm intrigued. And I think the only thing that really has me intrigued right now is just the Keaton Batman, because I don't love Ezra Miller's Flash. Obviously, like everything going around, everything surrounding this movie has kind of just been, hasn't been great, I don't think, in terms of like everything keeps changing. But I think the one constant and the one thing that has me excited is the inclusion of Michael Keaton's Batman and seeing where they're going to go with this character.
Was this like breaking news that he was in this? Or was that there was a Batman that we didn't know was going to, like, we heard that there was rumors that Keaton was going to be in it, or a different Batman. Is this confirmation? This picture?
Kinda. Yeah, I think that the rumor mill was definitely swirling. I mean, somebody tweeted me the other day and they asked me who's going to be in this movie. And I think I wrote back, Keaton's been confirmed. Affleck is, I think he's no longer in it. And then I got like 30 fucking responding tweets. No, Affleck's in it. No, Keaton's not in it. Affleck's in it. Keaton's not in it. The way that people, totally separate. The way that people talk like they know things for certain on the internet really needs to stop. Like, you guys need
Nothing's for certain until you actually see it yourself.
And,
for real.
When you're getting hit with like 30 tweets, like I said, of differing opinions, like, obviously no one's right here, guys. Shut the fuck up. But I think this kind of just proves that the movie's happening, right? I mean, like I said, the third story is about Supergirl's costume. Apparently Supergirl's in this movie. And yeah, this is kind of, okay, we're getting the ball rolling here. Michael Keaton's back, and his Batman universe is back. The multiverse is here, because that's the only way you can explain it, unless he is older Ben Affleck, which I would hate. So it's going to be the multiverse. I mean, Flashpoint influences and all that stuff. So yeah, I think this kind of confirms it, that we're getting a big old crossover.
You think Keaton's Batman goes down?
No, I think, remember the one report that they wanted him to stick around and be the elder statesman of the DCEU moving forward?
No, I mean like goes down sexually.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. Are you kidding me? That's all that guy did in those movies. He's banging Vicky Vale, banging Catwoman. 100%. I'd say he goes further than that. I mean, if you really want to get into it.
You could say it. Batman eats ass.
I was going to say Batman gets pegged, but...
Break all new ground,
Batman.
Hello, by the Joker?
Perhaps. Hey, man.
All of these first looks that we got today is so encouraging. So
yeah, well, you want to bring
nice
us into the second one?
Yeah, the Shazam picture.
Why are we flipping back?
Shazam family. Say that again?
What do you mean?
Why don't we just go to the Flash thing?
What, to the Supergirl?
I don't know. You want to just go to the Flash?
No, I like it.
I don't think you do, because now you brought it up.
I was just asking a question, but I'm a man of, like, I respect the outline.
We leave the Flash, and then we go back to the Flash. Taking a little detour here. What's that? Shazam! It's all the kids, Megan Good. Oh boy, I'm all here for the Megan Good comeback.
I'm actually a big Zachary Levi guy now. After Miss Maisel, he won me over, so I'm excited for this.
He didn't win you over in Shazam 1?
That's what he got me. I mean, that's all I've really seen him in.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well,
I really like Shazam 1.
It was good. We did see that together.
Is Black Adam?
That's when you dropped your popcorn.
Yeah, but I did. Is Black Adam in the Shazam universe? Isn't that Shazam's villain? Black Adam?
Yes.
So is he going to be in Shazam 2, or is that a Black Adam movie?
No, Black Adam's having his own movie.
Oh.
You think The Rock's playing second fiddle?
I guess not, right?
They're eventually going to do like Shazam versus Black Adam.
Yeah.
The Rock is going to be like, let's call it Black Adam versus someone else.
Yeah.
That
could
be
let
Shazam.
come in, yeah.
Black Adam, a Shazam story.
Yeah. Black Adam kicks Shazam's ass.
Oh yeah, he can't lose.
Who?
The Rock.
Oh yeah,
He can't lose fights in his contract.
Well, you know what that's going to be.
Bigger
It's going to be a
draws.
situation, 100%. They're going to fight, and then, or he's going to turn him into a good guy. I imagine the Rock's Black Adam is going to be way more of an anti-hero. We often see that with characters who... Black Adam's a villain. I mean, Black Adam in the comics does villainous things. At times, he is an anti-hero, sure. And at times, they'll pit him against a bigger bad than he is. But that's just for him to show off how powerful he is. It's not for him to show off that he's morally just. I think The Rock, knowing The Rock, he's not going to want to play a full... Like, he'll start as a villain.
Yeah.
Even in his own movie, I can't imagine he gets to the end as a bad guy.
That's like... So it's kind of like Venom.
Yeah, they're going to Venomize him.
Venom is to Spider-Man.
They're going to Venom him. Give him that old Venom treatment.
Do you see what this guy eats, The Rock? I remember you told me
it's
when he posted
insane.
his cut diet. His cut diet would make me gain 100 pounds.
Yes.
Just like lunch, like 12 eggs, steak,
but
fish.
when you work out like him, though, you can eat all that.
He's a beast, man.
I ain't getting it like that.
Yeah, I mean, that guy's got to eat like that, you know?
I'm not hitting the weights like that.
It's just a massive human being. It's like the Michael Phelps stories, you know? But who the fuck wants to swim?
With the casting, though, so all these...
You don't like swimming?
That is the worst sport to be good at, huh?
What?
Just fucking swimming.
I used to love the water when I was a kid.
Oh, I love being in the water, but you know how much that takes out of you, man? Go swim 10 laps in a row next time you go to the gym, you'll be fucking suffocating.
As bad as I want to combat this, it is extremely hard.
I'm not saying you can't do it, but that it's known as the hardest workout. Dude, you see those videos of motherfuckers jumping out of the pool?
Well, like box jumping?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's incredibly hard. I can do that.
Did you see what Michael Phelps looked like when he was swimming? Today in basketball, I was running a lot during the pandemic, and I played basketball today, and I couldn't breathe after the first game. It's just different kind of cardio.
Yeah.
Softball yesterday. I went first to home. I can't move my quad today. I was exhausted.
Are we gonna start a fitness pod?
Hell no, we ain't gonna start a fitness pod. But we are gonna comment on the look of these suits. They've been upgraded. They look a little better. Yeah. Sexy. I like that.
It seems like this one's going to be focused more on the family and all the Shazam, so that's good. I think that was a cool part at the end of the first movie.
I love the family dynamic of them as kids in the first movie. When they all found out his secret and they all worked towards keeping it from the parents, and then they all get their powers at the end. It was very wholesome.
I did not like the kids, which is,
very impressive.
Says a lot.
Yeah,
says a lot. When there's a cast of like 7 kids.
I wonder when this movie is going to take place, because I heard that the oldest kid that was supposed to go away to college in the first movie, that she's not going to be in it, that her character is exclusively going to be played by her adult version, since technically she's now an adult.
Okay.
So I wonder if it's just going to be in the same timeline, or if they're doing that for everybody, if any of the kids are coming back. I guess the other kids will be coming back.
Billy Batson, he grows into Zachary Levi.
Right. I guess that's the idea.
Yeah, but
that's kind of cool.
That's like a 25, 30-year difference. Though.
Yeah, that's the thing. With even the girl who's now just going to play the character, they don't look the same.
No.
I mean, she looks like an adult. The other kid looks like a high schooler.
They look like Power Rangers.
Even
with the symbol.
Point. Yeah. I was never a big Power Rangers guy.
Really?
That blue suit is fresh as fuck.
You ever watched a movie when you were a kid? Who was the purple guy?
You're not a Power Ranger guy?
Never got into it.
The older ones?
No, never watched.
With the white Mighty Morphin Power Ranger?
Can't tell you anything about them. I only know the theme song.
Wow.
When I think back to like childhood movies, I feel like I had a weird childhood.
Why?
It's like the movies I watched most as a kid were like Tombstone and like Major League, instead of like everyone else is like, like Lion King and all these other movies.
Disney?
I used to watch Tombstone on repeat.
I still have all the VHSs of the Disney films. My parents have them in the attic, like the big box VHSs.
Do you have a VCR?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's just having them.
Right, yeah, having these useless.
They're not useless.
I wonder if I wonder if they will VHSs. I think the aesthetic of the VHS doesn't really leave it open to become a collectible. Vinyls, you can hang up a vinyl. There's something about the record.
Oh yeah, they look like shit.
Yeah, VHS is just a
you
fucking
keep it in the
rectangle.
Box. You keep it in the box.
Yeah, but even the box, after a while, you can't preserve the box. All those old boxes look like shit.
You know how bad I want to pop it in and just look at the, rewind it and fast forward it?
Some of the Criterions are cool because it's there's just a different box art, but inside, and you have the thing that folds open and everything. I really like the Pan's Labyrinth. I have the Mulholland Drive one. It's pretty neat and you can do things with them. The VHS is just a piece of cardboard with like a shitty tape in there that's most likely just peeling apart.
Okay, well, there's the plastic ones, not just the paper.
I like
covers.
those plastic ones.
Me too.
I like how the Nickelodeon ones are orange.
Yep.
Yes.
That made me happy.
In that show, the Nirvana, the band, the show, they have a VHS player. That's all they do. It's just watch VHSs and play Nintendo 64. So when they watch the original Star Wars for the first time, it's all 3 VHS tapes.
Are you serious?
That they're watching on an old-ass TV right in front of the TV.
I feel like that would be cool.
No.
To watch the original Star Wars like the way
Everyone else did?
Yeah.
I would like to watch the original Star Wars on Blu-ray, as in none of the changes that George made, but just upgraded to Blu-ray.
I gotta tell you, the first 3, though, I think would look better on VHS. It just looks weird watching them on Blu-ray.
No, certain
with the
movies
old-
look
you know what I mean?
so much better. Like even, I think we talked about this last week, like 2001. Like that looks so good
See, I saw that.
on VHS.
No, I saw it in IMAX with a film projector. So it was
Okay.
fucking film, and it looked just like it as it did when it came out. And you could tell that it was more dated than the versions that we watch on the Blu-ray.
Okay.
But it was a cool experience. But yeah, no, it being upgraded, to me, that, that unless if you like
Well, especially the
fundamentally
blacks,
change
'cause,
the
like,
movie.
Some of like the new TVs, like the one of the key features is like the contrast of and the deeper and darker blacks that make everything else pop. And looking at Star Wars in 2001, space movies in the vast darkness of space, I think that helps it immensely.
There's certain movies that they transfer them over to 4K and they just look different. Like the Lord of the Rings movies, people were complaining about that. You don't want to change too much when it comes to color and stuff like that. But it's case by case. It just depends how good the transfer is. But yeah, let's move on to Supergirl. Sasha Calle is the new Supergirl who is going to be appearing in The Flash. And we have this first look at her. It's a suit that looks reminiscent of Henry Cavill's Superman suit. And of course, people on Twitter were up in arms, crying and whining. Because
Why, no blonde hair?
No blonde hair, and also because the suit looks like shit because they've got her hanging by wires. It's not supposed to look good. I'm pretty sure they're going to CGI some things to make the color better, and
This
they
is just
usually
like a
CGI
base.
the cape.
This is just like a base, it looks like, just to like show that she's wearing something. You know what I mean?
When
I
I
like-
first saw this, I thought, oh, Supergirl in a Man of Steel Superman suit. That's awesome. I didn't think to criticize the look of it.
What
because
should she
it's
be wearing? A fucking skirt and a cape
I don't really.
and a cleavage shown?
Don't judge the picture. After I just dunked on everyone for judging a behind-the-scenes photo
Looks like a
that not was
Spider-Man
supposed to
suit.
be released. Right, but look at Black Panther's suit before the movie was released. It looks nothing like it.
I know. Well, I think you can tell like where they're gonna put the cape, but
Nothing gets past you, huh, Smokey?
well, no, just the way if you could see like the
Nah, it's gonna be a fun
if you see
word.
the outline of the top, I feel like that's gonna. All right, whatever.
They give her a bandana,
I
like the NBA a few years ago.
Like, yeah, I remember that.
Remember those?
Yeah.
I was so pissed when they got rid of those. Those were awesome. I just didn't know that she was going to be in this movie, so
yeah. No, didn't she get cast like a few weeks ago?
I guess. Yeah, we didn't. I guess we missed it on the podcast. We definitely
I
didn't
think we
talk
talked
about that.
about it
Wow, so if they cast her, if it did happen a few weeks ago and they're filming
a
already,
few months ago. I don't know.
oh, that's a big difference.
You know, we probably just thought it was the Flash TV show.
Well, they already have their Supergirl.
Is that Supergirl and Lois? Or
Oh yeah, that's
Superman,
what's her name?
Supergirl.
yeah.
Is that Supergirl and Lois? Is that Super?
Melissa Benoit.
Yeah, Benoit.
I want to say till
Jeb Bush called her hot. Remember that?
Yes. Benoist.
Has Jeb
Not
Bush commented on this new Supergirl?
Yeah, wait for his approval, right?
We have to wait for Jeb Bush's hot or not.
Please clap.
Please clap for Superman. Yeah, for Supergirl.
Tell you what, I miss Jeb. I liked his catchphrase, Jeb.
Jeb.
Jeb. He seemed like, I don't know.
I think people need to stop ragging on the suit and just be happy that
I just like the
We're
memes.
getting something.
When it was just a map, it was like 0 Trump, 0 Clinton, 270 Jeb. And all the country, all the states are Jeb.
Society of Jeb had one.
Yeah, so this movie is happening. I'm shocked. I guess, what's his name?
Jeb.
No, not Jeb. Yeah, I guess Ezra Miller. Everyone he never got any backlash for.
Yeah, I mean, it is
We're
what it
just
is.
forgetting
Right?
about it.
I guess she didn't.
She didn't press charges, I guess, right? So it didn't happen.
I don't think that's how it works. It was like he was caught in 4K.
Oh,
It wasn't probably 1080p. What are phones filming?
At this point, we've addressed it. What are phones filming at? I mean, yeah.
All right. Well,
He doesn't do much. That's the thing. He hasn't been in a lot of movies. And look, this one is filming, and I said I'm not going to believe it until I watch it in a theater. So I still imagine that this movie can be hit with a dinosaur extinction level meteorite from.
you said you were going to bleach your
whoever's
hair if it actually comes out, right? That was
No,
the bet you made?
no, I never. The Cruella look? No, I didn't. Did they really have to give her natural white hair? They couldn't just say that she dyed it? That was ridiculous.
Perfectly down the middle.
Yeah, perfectly down the middle. It's like, you're a freak with this really cool hairstyle.
I would take that.
Yeah.
Would you rather have half gray, half black, or mixed gray and black?
I just want to have hair when I get older. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I'm losing it.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's thinning.
Like I said, Supergirl. She's going to be in The Flash. Who knows what role she's going to play. And maybe
Probably
we'll get a look
Supergirl.
at, just in the whole
I know.
timeline destroying antics of what's going to be happening in this movie.
You know, with these,
Where's my cousin?
are these characters though going to play big roles, or
Contract
can these
issues.
just be like not flashbacks, but like because there's going to be time travel with this, right?
Who knows? There's gonna be a bunch of different shit.
Well,
going on.
So like, does Keaton have a big role in this movie?
The
For
word
sure?
about Keaton, I don't know. I mean,
you would assume so, right?
if they're doing an angle, because in Flashpoint, Batman is Thomas Wayne, and Thomas Wayne and Flash team up to fix everything.
Okay.
So it could be where it's just, instead of Thomas Wayne, it's just an older Batman, and he teams up with the Flash to fix everything. And Supergirl could be playing the role of, maybe this is an alternate reality. Flash changes things, and instead of Kal-El, it's Supergirl. And maybe she came to Earth and ruled it as a conqueror, because you also have that aspect in Flashpoint where the Atlanteans and the Amazonians are at war, fighting for control of the planet. So maybe they'll do something like that, where maybe it's, instead of Wonder Woman leading it, it's Supergirl versus Aquaman, if they even go that far. I mean, obviously there's been no word on if Momoa is going to appear, but like with Civil War, like with Iron Man and Cap, not every choice they made followed the comics. So
They
we'll see.
maybe they do a variation of that Flashpoint story where, like you said, I doubt they're gonna get Gal Gadot and the Amazonians versus the Aquaman. And
Yeah,
the
they're not going to be in
Atlanteans.
that.
And Superman does play a role in that, but it's like a different. It's
Yeah, he's just like an alternate Superman that
Yeah.
landed in New York City. So the government got their hands on him.
and they just
And
lock him away.
Yeah, they just
Really?
locked him away for his entire life. And
he's
he's all
just frail,
decrepit
yeah.
and frail.
But when he comes out, that's a big scene.
Yeah, it's a dope
So maybe they
scene,
do that
actually.
with Supergirl in some capacity.
Does he turn? Is it like All Might, where he's like decrepit and then like he
Yes.
just figures out
Yeah,
his
the
powers?
sun first hits him.
Oh, really?
No, that's Watch My Hero.
I know. I'm like, I'm like surprised.
That he knows it?
Yeah, you watched My Hero?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't finish it though. I love All Might.
Because I am here.
What was I gonna say? Well, Cyborg plays a huge role in Flashpoint.
Right, yeah, Cyborg plays a role. And he was written out of this movie
Yeah.
because of all the Ray Fisher stuff. All the Ray Fisher issues that were happening behind the scenes. And fans were very disappointed because they wanted to see more Ray Fisher. And like you said, he plays a role in the comic. And Flash and Cyborg are just two characters that naturally have good chemistry. Obviously, they're both young guns. They have that similar perspective.
Are we getting Reverse Flash in this? You would assume so, right? He's the.
Maybe. I don't know if there have been any
Jeez.
reports about his casting.
This just seems like it's way too much to speculate that anything can happen in this movie.
No, it's definitely a story where they're going to have a tough time making sense of everything. It's going to be like what they're doing with Spider-Man. It's so funny how closely these trajectories have been following when it comes to Marvel and DC, how closely they've been following each other. Because it seems like every time, like Infinity War, Justice League, Civil War, Batman v Superman, now the multiverse movies,
Yeah.
it's just like the fucking comics when the comics were coming out.
It's kind of like
Well,
this movie it has a strong possibility to be a big shit show and flop and not be good.
Well, it's always like
because there's too much to do.
it feels like DC. It's like they're doing their team up movie. Like, all right, we got to do our team up movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we're not ready yet.
Who cares?
Who cares?
They try and do too much, man. They think they have to keep up.
Although
But
in
Marvel was a
fairness,
slow burn, man.
I think this was set up before.
Yeah, that's the thing. A
Before
lot of the
Marvel.
times it's Marvel comes out first, but DC had the idea first, but they just can't get the fucking movie made. Like, how long have we been talking about this Flash movie, dude? The Flash was supposed to come out in 2017, I'm pretty sure, or 2018, right after Justice League. Obviously, that did not happen. Like, that's like 3 or 4 fucking years ago, you know? And now at this point, Marvel's read up with Sony when the Spider-Man deal, and they're like, we'll just fucking do it. It's hilarious. Maybe Feige's not that much of a genius. I
think Marvel gets 2 cinematic universes out before DC can get one out.
Yeah, they're going to reboot the shit by the time DC's like, okay, Affleck, Bale, Keaton, they're all in it. They form one mega Power Ranger Batman.
He gets like a mole that just feeds him details. It's like, all right, the Wonder Woman movie, the villain's, he's going to like make wishes. It's like, okay. We don't have to do that.
Yeah, no, we'll keep that part out.
We'll just go right to the multiverse stuff.
We'll just throw in a joke or two. A couple more jokes. Yeah, so that's Supergirl, and she looks good. Let's move on to the real filmy film news here from Mr. Steven Spielberg. Apparently his studio, Amblin, has teamed up. Is it just Amblin or Amblin Productions? I don't know. Has teamed up with
Amblin Partners.
Amblin Partners?
Yeah.
Look at that. Has teamed up with Netflix to make movies.
Wow. I hope. Yeah. Now I'm firmly against Netflix movies shouldn't get nominated.
Why? Because Spielberg's on it now?
Because that was Spielberg's whole thing. He said that streaming movies should not be nominated for the Oscars.
Hey, man, you can't beat him. Join him.
I mean, if you drop Schindler's List and
boatload.
Jurassic Park in the same year, I think, you deserve to do whatever you want after
One
that.
good movie in the same year?
That still fucking amazes me. Because there was like a thing going on. It was like, what was the highest grossing movie when you were born? I think mine was, it was 93, and that's when I saw it. It was like Jurassic Park. It was like, what was your favorite movie of the year you were born?
Oh, okay.
And I knew that there was the same year, but like it kind of like hit me again. It's like, wow, that really is just incredible. Now look at him.
Yeah, now he's going to be making.
I had a bad year. Batman Returns, Lethal Weapon 3, Sister Act, Home Alone 2,
Hell
Wayne's
of a
World,
year.
A League of Their Own.
It's a great movie. Tom Hanks.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Unforgiven. Have you ever seen Unforgiven?
No.
The one best picture of your year. It's a great movie.
How do you know that?
I like
It is
Unforgiven. I own it on 4K.
Yeah, it's on here.
Clint Eastwood, baby.
So what's like the deal? What does the deal entail mostly? It's just
Very vague.
Yeah.
He's going to be producing movies. They have a deal with Universal, but that's theatrical productions, and obviously this is going to be for Netflix. So when it comes to Steven Spielberg, he produces how many goddamn movies a year? I mean, he just churns them out. So I imagine it's going to be like the movies that he's been producing over the past couple of years. And hey, listen, is he a hypocrite? Kinda, but we all knew that this was coming. That's kind of what we all said when Spielberg made those comments. Yeah, it's inevitable. And they all the old directors seem to make those comments initially and then sign up.
They kind of
sign a big deal with them.
Yeah,
like, this is killing theaters, but where's my check?
Yeah, I mean, they're figuring it out. They're getting with it, They're not just going to sit there and poo-poo on streaming. Now they realize where life's heading, and they want to get on board. You can't blame them for wanting to check.
I just want someone to come out like and embrace it.
I think he is. I mean, he didn't like it at first, but he's embracing it now.
But like more than just
initially, right?
Yeah.
Not after they paid them and you realize that you get all this artistic freedom. Because that's kind of the Scorsese case where he came out and he was kind of skeptical on whether if this would be good for movies moving forward. And then he saw the budget of The Irishman and he saw all the freedom he got and he was like, yeah, let's do another one.
Mm-hmm. But I don't get their case though. Like, how is it not good for movies? You're still making movies. Why? Because it's not in the theater? Like, is that really the only reason why they're not, like, the old heads aren't with it?
Yeah, it's that, and it's also, I think people are afraid that Netflix has done a good job of giving people this creative freedom and control, but what if that does stop and then all of the power is just in the hands of streaming services? I think that's what they're afraid of.
True.
Because they're capturing everybody in their homes and they're catching their attention. I mean, we haven't seen any signs of that yet. They still continue to produce quality content all across the board. All streaming services have their great shows and their great movies. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of these shows are popular because of how good they are. I mean, look at some of the best shows that we've watched on streaming services, like Stranger Things. Stranger Things is super popular because it's good, So I don't think we've seen that dramatic of a switch yet where it's like everything's just content instead of art.
Even The Boys. The Boys is really, it's not mainstream at all. And it blew up because of how good it is. and just how good of a show it is.
Right, like
We've seen it with TV more than movies, though. I feel like even the best movies that have come out on streaming, where you would assume that more people would have more eyes on it, it really hasn't. None of that.
well, they're not
happens.
made for streaming either. The movie is you're going to the movies. It's the event. That's what you're paying for, right?
Yep.
It's not. It truly isn't the same as watching Luca on your couch and watching Luca in a theater. The hype just isn't there, you know. But with the show, when Netflix drops a 10-hour show, it's like, okay, no, the hype is there. Let's settle in. It's the environment. I'm familiar with this, watching 4 to 5 episodes
Yeah,
on my couch.
I'll binge
But,
it for
like,
tonight. I got
That's
nothing
the
to do tonight.
environment. You know?
All right, so like in our like, I guess like the people I interact with online and everything, it's obviously we've seen Roma, we saw like Marriage Story and things like that. The Netflix movies most prominently that have gotten buzz around award season, and we always say that should be a good thing because, you know, readily available to everybody. Movies that get nominated, that's going to make people more interested in come award season. But I don't think we even saw that with. I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't think people.
It's
the
not enough to
average
shift it.
Netflix viewer watched Marriage Story or Roma. Well, maybe Marriage Story, but definitely not Roma.
A lot
It's
of it's
still
the
not enough
actors
to
too.
move the dial.
A lot of it's the actors. They're getting these big name A-list actors on these Netflix movies.
Well, you see the movies that pop off, or the Adam Sandler movies, or like Triple Frontier or Bird Box or something like that.
That's what people are worried about. Is that those are the movies that are doing so well on streaming.
Yeah.
And Aaron made the point about that it's more so with movies than it is TV. TV may be fine, but
But think
there
about
is a
it.
difference. There are people out there, there are artists who exclusively see themselves as filmmakers, where this is my medium, my 2 hours, my 2.5 hours, my hour and a half. They don't want to make TV.
I'll tell you what, Netflix. I watched those movies because it was on Netflix. I don't think I would have gone to the movies for Triple Frontier or Bird Box. You know, like
Right. It's
I
the
wouldn't have went
movies
to the
that-
theaters for it.
It's the shit that you maybe don't go to the theaters for, but
Yeah,
you
but
would
you can
watch
watch
on
it.
streaming. Those may be the most popular movies for streaming, and that is a red flag.
well, I think it is some of it.
I wouldn't have seen Irishman come
I don't know
out
what
on
it
Netflix.
is.
Are you kidding me? I've seen it, but I wouldn't have thought a movie like that with those actors would be on a Netflix original.
But do you think it's everything that surrounds film nowadays in terms of like, especially the prestige films, just the way they're discussed and people talk about it, and almost gatekept at times, where that kind of, I don't want to say it scares the average viewer away, but they are skeptical of a lot of things. But when people hear about a great show, they watch. When people hear about a great movie, you know, there's not as much of a, I feel like, sudden jolt to go see that movie for the average casual viewer. When a great show hits, everyone's talking about it and everyone wants to jump on board.
Right.
A great movie hits, and there's just not that same, even when it is readily available, like Nomadland. No one cared that it won Best Picture and went to go watch it on Hulu.
People love storytelling that's 5, 6, 7 hours. They really love it. They just love getting invested. When it's a new, like the Queen's Gambit, there are people that message me on my Instagram that I haven't talked to in years, just me putting on my story that I'm watching an episode. Like, oh, I just checked this out. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you X person that never
Yeah.
watched any movie in a theater in the last 3 years watching the Queen's Gambit?
There's more
'Cause
of a
that's-
chance for you to watch it too,
And that's a show that's
to stay on board. You know, you have a chance to stick with everybody. You know, if you watch the 2-hour movie I didn't see, I can't talk to you about it because
Yeah,
have to
and
go
the
watch.
discussions at the water cooler over the 2-hour like Marriage Story. Damn, you know that's tough. Marriage
Yeah.
sucks. Queen's Gambit's like this character,
Yep.
this match, this episode, that episode. So
40 minutes
fear
folks
of
to talk
missing
about.
out is stronger, I guess, for TV than it is movies.
yeah.
And I
'Cause
think
you
that's
always-
for a lot of people.
You always hear that, though, every year when people watch the Oscar movies. Most people think they're like they suck or overrated. Obviously, we quite enjoy them, but you know, tell your parents to go watch Nomadland and let me know what they think. They're gonna fucking hate it.
Yeah, they
And not
probably
not
would.
anything like
No,
my
they probably
parents are
would.
gonna hate it too. Then most people like are not gonna be thrilled with that movie.
But that isn't that what the Oscars are for? To have the movie that is supposed to win. Like Nomadland
But even a movie
was,
like
wasn't. It's not a casual viewer isn't going to watch Homeland. I can't say it.
Homeland Land.
Nomadland. But the critics and the people in the what's it, the
Academy.
Academy, they know what a good movie is. So it's like it's why you have them watch the movies and they judge them.
Well, that's why I feel
They
like
don't have the casual fans
I
judge
feel like
movies.
there's such a disconnect between the casual and the people who view the more art house like.
Well, 2020 is also an anomaly. 2019, Parasite was the highest grossing South Korean movie in the United States ever. So they did a better job of listening to what Americans were watching in that case. But I think if Parasite was a Hulu exclusive, I don't think it touches the Academy Awards, because part of the hype of that movie was that everyone was going out to see it. There was so much word of mouth. It's like the film fans just forced the Academy, you have to acknowledge this movie. And even up until it won, it wasn't a guarantee. We all thought, what was the favorite? It wasn't the favorite, but
It's a great movie. Well, that's another one where I love, but I feel like most people just wouldn't like it, casual viewers. And it's not. I feel like TV has a better reach and can hit everybody better than some films can.
definitely. All right, let's move on to the next topic here before I sweat through my shirt. U.S. weekend box office. We've got the top 5. Let's go through them. Number 1, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Anybody see that?
That's a ridiculous title.
Took in $11.7 million for
What's
the
sequel?
first place.
What's the next one going to be called?
The Hitman's Wife's Son's Bodyguard.
The Hitman's Wife's Boyfriend's Bodyguard.
Boyfriend's Bodyguard. Damn, she's cheating. Selma Hayek. Number 2, A Quiet Place. Took in $9.4 million, bringing its total to $125 domestically, and it passed $150 internationally.
I think it's cruising.
Number 3 is Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway, only brought in $6 million. Sorry, Peter. 4, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, made $5 million for a total of $53.6 million. And number 5 was Cruella, bringing in $5 million for a total of $64.7 million. So the big noise. Well, I guess that is noise too. The big news and noise is A Quiet Place passing over 150. Congratulations to A Quiet Place Part 2. It's a movie that I loved. I thought it was too short, could have stayed there for Part 3, but it's always great that a movie that deserves the box office is getting the box office numbers. And like we said, theaters are back, right? Pandemic's over.
So, was there more talking in this one? A Quiet Place 2? I'm curious. Or was there still no talking?
I feel like there was more talking maybe, but I think the story was just better.
Nice.
It was way better pacing in Part 2.
I found
And
it
the
to be-
scares were so
It's
much
not more of the
thrilling.
same. It's not more of the same. Where
It is more of the same, but it's better.
Okay.
I do love one of my favorite aspects of both movies is like the sign language and how this family was able to adapt and be better equipped for this world because of their daughter. And she had, and the whole family had to learn sign language as a form of communication because of her hearing problems. And I feel like what gets lost is something that's always been, I think, considered as like a disability becomes a great advantage for them.
Yeah.
And I always found that really cool with these movies. And I think it definitely expanded on a lot of what the first movie established, and I think a good way. Sometimes when you try to expand too much, it becomes something that's not even reminiscent of the original idea, especially because the first movie took place mostly just on their little compound. But the way they kind of opened it up without getting too vast in the scope, I thought was done well. And it's kind of taking baby steps where I do think it's going to get even bigger in 3. But now that you have that bridge there, it's not going to be just a jolt to, now we're all over the place within this world. Do you think I have to see The Hitman's Bodyguard to understand The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard?
No.
Okay, that's what I was worried
I
about.
can't
I really
imagine.
wanted to go see this movie, but like, fuck, I need to go see The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yeah, I haven't seen The Hitman's Bodyguard either.
I
need
wonder
to-
how they were able to kind of take their original idea and scope it for the sequel.
I've heard literally the same review you gave for Part 2 is what they've been saying about this movie. Is that it opens it up, but it's not too vast, so that in Part 3, when they do the Hitman's Bodyguard's wife's boyfriend,
Yeah.
that you're not just kind of
Wondering where it went.
right.
How it got
you don't
there.
get vertigo.
I saw on the outline that
That actually makes a great story because the hitman, he's a hitman, dangerous. And then it's the hitman's wife's boyfriend's bodyguard. So this guy is bodyguarding the boyfriend who his wife is banging on the side. So he's in a lot of danger here because the hitman's going to want revenge on this boyfriend. And now I think that sets up more of a conflict.
I'm not going to see it.
So when you're just
because
the
of how
hitman's wife's
confusing it is.
bodyguard, you're probably working in conjunction with the hitman.
Ryan Reynolds versus Samuel L. Jackson.
This sets him up to be...
That's what he's setting up here.
This sets up to be some conflict built right in the title.
You like the sound of that when I simplify it?
When you simplify it like that, yes, but what he was saying was too much for me. Where I might not see it just because of what he's saying.
Wow. Now you owe them an apology.
They didn't make it yet. The third one's
Double-edged sword here.
I'm pitching the third one.
Oh, okay.
Godzilla vs. Kong finally hits 100 million after 12 weeks, so good for them. Good for our two big boys. In the Heights is officially
I saw
a flop.
That's upsetting for you guys, huh?
Yeah, it's a big.
I saw a YouTube
big
video I started
disappointment in
watching.
the Puerto Rican community and the Latin community all around.
It took an L.
That's a shame. It's gonna get its praise during awards.
Yeah,
season.
exactly. I mean, at least you guys know it was a good movie, right? And
You know how many people I've wanted to call racist for not liking this movie? I saw a comment yesterday from a critic that I really respect and enjoy, and he referred to it as a 2-hour J.C. Penney commercial. I was like, okay,
Is it true though? Is it true though?
It's like the best J.C. Penney commercial ever. If you're gonna make that criticism,
Commercials can be good.
yeah. But anyone criticizing this movie as corny? Come on, man.
It's a musical.
Yeah, it's a musical. That's inherent. Have you ever been around theater kids? This was like a theater kid's dream. This movie. I imagine all the friends that I had that did theater.
If I had to do it all over
this.
again, I think I would join the theater instead of the football team.
No, you wouldn't have.
I feel like
You feel the same pressure to join a football team as you would back in the day.
I would have enjoyed that more.
Don't be the senior that joins the theater kids.
Yeah, just to do it.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Oh, I'm
Those kids
different.
have all been friends since like 3rd grade.
Yeah, they're in this because they love it. Not
No,
just because they
I'm
make a
starting
point.
from the top. I'm starting from the beginning.
Oh, you mean you want to start back in 3rd grade?
Yeah, it means I would never
I'm gonna
meet
be
you
in the
guys.
fifth
You guys would
grade
probably
play.
pick on me, bullies.
What do you
Hey.
mean? I just said I had friends in theater. You guys were
I'm
the
not a
friends
bully.
that
I'm not a bully.
were the bullies.
Nah, actually, no. Theater kids are kind of weird.
Wow, complete fucking
Wow,
180. Holy
he's selling out already.
went from-
he didn't even go back in time and he's selling out.
Well, I was thinking like,
you imagine being bullied by all the football kids, and that broke your heart.
well, no, because my rationale was like, well, I was never going to make the NFL, but it's not like if I joined the theater, I was ever going to make like Hollywood. So.
You never know, man.
Way easier, way more luck involved in it.
Yeah,
NFL, you actually have to, be good.
I know.
You have to be a giant.
Fan questions?
Let's do it.
Well, any thoughts on box office? Quiet Place only dropped 22%. That's crazy.
That's kind of a lot of buzz.
Absolutely killing it.
Like I think that's all because that's getting more buzz than any other movie, and it's staying strong. It's what social media does, man. And John Krasinski,
You fucking love John Krasinski, man.
I do.
You really do.
I
It's
really do.
hilarious.
He's my man crush right now.
John Krasinski?
Yeah,
Right now? I feel like it's always been.
it's been that for a while, but I do love Clooney though.
I feel like if you were at a party with Elena with John Krasinski, you wouldn't want him to bang her, but you would like go flirt with him. Like go flirt
Just to
with him.
see if I would want to see if I'm
she had
with
the-
a girl that he is attracted
Would
to.
you allow, like the hall pass thing? And it's always like,
What's the stipulations?
it's always like, oh, like funny thing, like, oh, haha, like if I ever meet this person, like that's my hall pass,
Right.
like whatever. It's like, oh, I'll pick like Margot Robbie, knowing well and good that I'll never meet Margot Robbie, let alone if I do have any shot at like having her be attracted to me enough to have sex with her. But I feel like if, let's just say that did happen, where Elena's hall pass is like Ryan Gosling, and right now you're like, oh yeah, it's never gonna happen.
But
What if
that's
she
just-
actually met Ryan Gosling and he puts the moves on her and she's like, this is my hall pass, Ted. You told me I could do it.
I would be that stepdaddy. Yes, I'd let it happen. I would tell her to do no rubber, and then
At this point, let's just chase the bag, right?
yeah,
You want the baby?
yes, I wouldn't because I'm not going to produce what he's going to produce. I don't got that kind of sperm.
Oh, you literally just want his kid.
Yeah,
And
It's
you
not
take
even
care
like
of the
you
kid.
just want to.
no, but he doesn't
Oh,
know
you
that
want
he
to
has
raise
a
the kid.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that he has a kid with her. You know,
Oh my god, this is diabolical. No, the hall pass is if you're.
I'm saying it's all
you kidding me? The baby that he's going to put out, then I'm going to put out.
If the girl brings up the hall pass, then get out because she's just cheating on you.
Yeah, she wants to
Because
know
no
what
guy
you think.
ever, like you said, it's so much more realistic for like a girl to meet someone at a Ryan Gosling, and like Margot Robbie's never gonna want to bang any of us.
That's
you know?
what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what-
but he's saying, "What if?"
Yeah,
That's
like what if it's like, even reverse it? Like,
No,
would
but
you
that's
go
what-
through with it? Like, if you met, like, if your thing was Margot
but
Robbie
it's
and you
never
actually
gonna
met
happen
her.
for us.
Well, I'm just saying if it
It
did.
never would. It's more likely for the girl. That's why you never do the hall pass. Because it's way more realistic that Elena bangs Ryan Gosling than Teddy banging Margot Robbie. It just is.
She's not my whole pass.
Who is?
Scarlett Johansson.
That's for the fan to decide.
Yay! People, you call up to the show, you better be ready. That's what you're supposed to do. Sitting there arguing and you're trying to spell your name and all of this other stuff. It's not your show, it's my show. I'm giving you the opportunity to speak your mind. Don't call up here unless you got something to say.
This question here from Monroe Avenue. Female Loki, female Thor. Coincidence? Question mark.
I don't know. Is it?
Well, it's not Thor.
No, she is Thor. Yeah, no, the mighty Thor.
But isn't she still Jane Foster?
She is.
But she's Thor now.
But she's not. But she just has the
She's
power
worthy.
of Thor.
Yes.
But she's not Thor, Odin's son.
She's not an alternate version of Thor, but no,
Yeah.
she is Thor.
But Thor is his name.
She is the essence of Thor.
Yes, she just has his power.
Right. So she's Thor.
But no, he is Thor.
Thor is not a person, it's an idea.
It's like
It's like Asgard.
Can you let me say it?
Yeah, no, I guess they're not the same. It's more of, there's like a charm or a curse, a spell that befalls, what's her name, Natalie Portman?
Jane Foster.
Jane Foster. Mary Jane Watson. And she becomes Spider Thor. She becomes Thor. She gets the powers of Thor's. So coincidence?
Because Thor still exists with Jane Foster.
I think it is very much a coincidence where maybe there's a chance that they heard what they were doing with Thor in the new Thor movie and said, oh, we could do that with Loki as well. But I imagine it is more of a coincidence because what they're getting to with Thor, that's another movie that we don't talk about enough. Those set photos, what is that movie?
I have no idea.
There's no plot on it. They're all in like 3 to 4 different outfits in every set photo we get. Star-Lord's just there. Christian Bale, we haven't seen him yet.
No.
I can't wait for that. So.
We haven't seen another set photo since the last time we talked about it. And that was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, wasn't the one like
No,
Chris
there have been
Hemsworth?
more set photos since.
That dude is fucking massive, man.
Yeah, he's huge.
Skinny legs though.
He may be the best casted superhero just in terms of
He-
the look, right?
yeah,
Like the man is just fucking Thor. Even though Jane Watson's about to become Thor.
Jane Foster.
Jane Foster. Mary Jane Foster. Yeah, I think it's coincidence. This one here from Local Skunk. Would you guys ever review music? I know Ted's been
I would love
clamoring.
to
Sound
do
of
that.
music?
Yeah.
I think Ted would like that.
You don't really review music. You just like listen to it and react to it. That's like the thing
You
on
become
YouTube.
music.
You become one with the music.
You transcend
Yeah.
inside of the music.
Music cannot be reviewed nor discussed. It only exists.
I feel like you and Manny could do like a hip-hop pod. I feel like you and Manny could do that.
Can we do it?
That would be funny.
Ditch this one.
Hip-hop discourse online is so toxic.
Yes.
We would need to come and clean that up.
Remember we were in like our heavy metal phase in high school?
Yeah, I still kind of am.
Not like heavy metal, but like scream like music and stuff.
Like, Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah. We thought we were fucking badass, dude.
I went to Warped Tour.
We did go to Warped Tour.
Oh, God. Why didn't you tell me this before we started a podcast? This question here from Jack and Jordan.
Everyone has that phase.
You need a hit job done. Who do you call?
The hitman's wife's boyfriend's bodyguard.
He's not an option. John Wick, Jason Bourne, or Faceless Man? Faceless
John Wick.
Man?
Well, yeah, faceless man, you pay and it's over.
Yeah, those guys
They don't have
miss.
morals. John Wick has morals, and so does Bourne.
I imagine the Faceless Men cost more than all three. All three. But the other two guys put together, the Faceless Man is going to cost more.
That was just
They
the
suggested the-
dumbest thing I ever thought of in my mind. I was like, yeah, but like with inflation, if we go back in time.
They bring up the idea of using a Faceless Man to assassinate Daenerys, and Robert's like, nope, can't afford it.
Can we get a Faceless
I have
Man
30 feasts coming.
spinoff?
Yeah. No, that's maybe one day, but
That'd be sick. I'd love to watch that.
I like them as mysterious as they are. I mean, they handled them so much better in the books, and they're not done with them yet, but
What was his name? Jakar?
Nagar.
Jakar?
Jack and Nagar.
Yeah. It's a sick name.
So we all agree, Faceless Men?
I guess. You changed my mind. I had John Wick first, but you make good points.
This question here from Pat O'Rourke. Who wins in a one-on-one, Bo or Ben Simmons?
I think you might beat Ben Simmons.
In like a free throw competition? Yeah.
Free throw competition, I would 100% smoke him.
Did you watch that
Honestly,
game last
they want to get. They're gonna say like they get rid of him. I would take Ben Simmons in a fucking heartbeat.
night? I don't think so.
He's
I'd want
24
him.
years old.
I know, but dude, he was abysmal.
Did you see him pass up a wide open layup?
He was
yesterday?
abysmal,
That
bro.
was bad.
He would be eaten
He
alive.
can't be a second best player on a championship team. He can't be a third. He could be a starting point guard for a championship team without a doubt. But even when people compare him, he's bigger Rondo, better defender. Rondo had a little pull-up baby jumper, even in that first year in Boston, when he was the second-year point guard leading them to a championship. Not leading them, but playing a crucial role. He could hit the jumper when
he could show up when you needed him to show up. Ben Simmons was just, what do you have, 0 points? Like
5 points.
2 nights ago?
Why doesn't he just play
2 games
power
ago?
forward? Someone lied to him. I understand he's a great playmaker, and you could still use him on the break, but he should never be handling the ball in a half-court offense ever again. He should be banging on the boards, rebounds, playing him in the high post, pass out of the post, pass within the post.
Yeah, but to play power forward, though, he's not
The
a scorer,
trajectory
man.
of his career was he can't shoot threes. He can't shoot free throws. He can't shoot. We're at the final stage. He literally won't shoot. He didn't take a shot in 4 straight fourth quarters.
That's bad. For your starting point guard?
He needs to get in the fucking gym.
I would still take that chance. I would pick him up.
For the right price, yes. But I think any team, you can't, like, if you're trading your franchise guy and you think you're getting a franchise guy back, you're not.
Your number one is Embiid, and he is strictly an in the post guy, and like maybe around the mid range. And when he's your number one, and your number two is Curry or Harris, and they don't show up either, so now your starting point guard is lost.
If they can manage to,
that's not a recipe for a win.
Flip Simmons for like Bradley Beal, I think that would be the better way to go.
He may have hurt himself this year. Oh, at least this postseason.
Well, he already got paid, right?
With wanting to go somewhere.
Who, Bradley Beal?
No,
Simmons.
Simmons, yeah.
He already got his money.
Yeah, he's on a pretty big contract. I'd like him to go to San Antonio. I know you're not going to get much back for him, and Philly probably does want something. But I think what's the best situation for him? I think it would be with someone like Popovich. Just send him to the best. Because he needs
guidance.
First of all,
Doc is a good coach, though, man.
But they need to like bring in a jump shooting coach and be like, we got to just rework this top to bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you can get it for a bag of chips.
Which we won't. We'll give away like 3 first-round picks for him.
This question here from Nell. Favorite Succession insult?
There was something in the first episode.
One of my friends said Kendall is a Microsoft paperclip
Kendall, that's
come
his
to
name.
life.
Kendall rips into the first episode. He ripped into someone. Who was it?
Well, when they start roasting each other as siblings, it just gets so fucking dark.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck, man. They remind me of me and my siblings at times.
Is Kendall the nicest guy in the show?
Don't start asking those questions. They're all going to let you
Is
down.
there a lot?
Maybe Greg. This question here from Mr. Jackson. If you could learn any language, what would it be? Dothraki.
It's not real.
Oh, no, it's a real language. They actually created it for the show. They brought in language people. Imagine spitting a game at the bar in Dothraki.
No, you would get arrested.
Italian. Well, most beneficial is probably Spanish.
Yeah, practical use.
What would I like to know? Italian.
I think French would be smooth.
Oh, je ne sais.
Merci.
Je ne sais pas.
All I know is bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Speak a little German. Remember that Dark video?
Yeah, we did 37 takes. This question here from Eric. For Teddy, I'm getting married in August. Any tips or suggestions?
Don't do it.
No, I'm not going to say that.
I would say, like, that's like the number one response.
I know. Literally, anyone that I've told I got married literally says, don't do it. I'm like, these guys know something? No, I don't know. Just be happy, man. It's finally happened. You probably don't. I wonder if you're post-pandemic wedding. Like, if you had to get pushed back, just be happy that's happening.
Good advice. Step back from the mic.
I wonder like what the stats are on weddings that like got postponed and just never going to happen.
Probably a lot.
Mad respect for those people who just said, let's just call it a day.
Right?
Let's just sign the paper.
Well, we did that.
Well,
June.
like, no, just
Right.
get like, just don't ever get married.
Oh, no, the marriage is now ruined.
The
Maybe.
relationship
Yeah,
is
maybe.
over.
I imagine that a lot of relationships took L's to COVID.
I heard a rumor that there was a lot of divorces, but I feel like that's just people saying that.
I mean, you really
Can't
couldn't
put any stats behind
get
that, can
out
there?
and do anything. Like, you couldn't be like, oh, I'm going to go hang out with my friends tonight and go watch the game at the bar. you're kind of just shacked up with,
Yeah.
then you just realize, like, maybe, oh my God, I fucking can't stand you.
Yeah, but that's with anyone though. If you're cooped up for that long, I mean, married or not married, you need your space. Always find time for you, like yourself.
That's a great tip for someone who's about to get married. Make sure you worry about you more.
Not you. It's just
Time for yourself.
Yeah.
Remember to get yours first.
From Jay Cuds, anime newbie here. Can you suggest top 3 animes to get started? My Hero, Attack on Titan, and I'll say Full Metal Alchemist. Pick. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Very important distinction.
I'm gonna say Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, and My Hero.
Okay, I like that you gave the effort of an answer there. The only 3 you've seen.
Yeah.
I only said the one I watched.
This question here from Will_Groomlake. Favorite David Lynch movie project other than Twin Peaks?
Mulholland Drive.
Fire Walk with Me.
Oh, yeah. That's a great one.
I think sometimes I do think that could be his best movie.
Mulholland Drive? I think it is.
No, Fire Walk with Me.
Oh, really?
But there's so many choices.
It's in the context of Twin Peaks, though. I kind of view it as part of that rather than a separate film.
Yeah, especially after The Return. Mulholland Drive, I don't want to steal your answer, but I still think it's the best.
It's his best. I think it's his most. It's weird. Besides,
This guy, Teddy's doing David Lynch research.
I'm looking to see if I see anything. All I seen was Dune.
You still haven't seen The Straight Story.
I seen what?
Yeah, I was gonna say besides the straight story, I think Mulholland Drive is like his most digestible, yet still true to his directorial, like, his what do I want to say? Like his style.
Yeah.
It's a very Lynch movie, but I think it is still very digestible to like most people, and it kind of blends that well. I mean,
Is this guy just like straight like bangers, like deep thought, like
he's a
great
surrealist,
stories?
so all his movies are...
even like Blue Velvet, like it's not the weirdest movie, but it gets fucking real weird at times, where it's just like not like
if you say cinema, is David Lynch synonymous with cinema?
He's, to
what it
me,
looks like.
he's one of the 5 greatest directors who's ever lived. But he's got a very distinct style. He's a surrealist. So his movies are, I mean,
I would
his hardcore fans.
start with Inland Empire if you're gonna watch. That's probably his lightest movie, and then you go from there.
Mulholland Drive start with?
No, Inland Empire.
He tells the same story basically in every movie, but you wouldn't get that if you just watch them all back to back to back to back.
Surprised that's
but
not
you
your
find
favorite.
the pickup. Which one?
Inland Empire.
I didn't like it the first time I watched it. I was not ready for it. It was literally that Michael J. Fox meme just for me. Like, you'll be ready for that in 5 or 6 years. But I texted my cousin the other day. I was like, did you really show me Inland Empire when I was 18? Yeah, definitely don't start with that. All right, one last question here from Beth. Will Hawkeye live up to WandaVision, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki? Hawkeye's got some real potential, man.
Haley Steinfeld's great
Got
young,
big shoes to fill.
great actor. I think that she can definitely carry a show. I mean, she carried fucking True Grit at the age of 13. So I think she can carry the show. Hawkeye. I don't think... Is Renner going to be heavily involved or just...
Yeah, no, he's in it. Main star.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be him mentoring Kate Bishop, I guess
it's gonna
eventually
come-
passing over the reins, where she becomes Hawkeye. Jeremy Renner obviously is, I mean, he's not an older actor, but he has been doing this since 2012. And I don't think we've gotten the best version of this character. I think this series will have the chance to see whatever the best version of this character can be within the MCU if they lighten him up a bit. If he takes on more of a, I mean, obviously he's got a family and he's older, but he's more of a slacker in the comics.
we know
but maybe
when
they can
this
kind
is
of
taking
put some
place?
of that in. No.
I would like a during blip. When he has
it's not going to
That's
be
what I'm
during.
saying, man. We need a show during the blip to find out what the hell is going on during the
I'm
blip.
just saying that I think that would set up, like, obviously in like the beginning of Endgame, he's like training his own daughter like to shoot bows. Like, why does he? I feel like it would make more sense after his family gets decimated that he finds like a surrogate within Kate Bishop to kind of teach her the ropes and survive in this world when he has nobody else. I'm just saying story-wise.
Yeah.
That's I think would be a more
That would be
interesting
very
route.
interesting.
Instead of this, it's like, what does he just find his new daughter?
Now I kind of wish that it was being set within the blip because you could get into comic book Hawkeye because his character in the beginning of Endgame, obviously he becomes Ronin, but he's obviously a changed man because of what's happened. But I imagine it's just going to be set right after whenever fucking WandaVision stopped or Winter Soldier stopped, you know.
Oh, wait, so he's not Ronin in this?
No,
show?
I'm pretty sure he's just going to be like, all right, Hawkeye.
Well, no, he's still
I
has the
got my
arm
family
sleeve,
back.
so I think you still got to be Ronin.
You definitely carry that with you, 100%. He definitely like crushes cans of Coke when he's done drinking them now. In other iterations, he would just recycle it cleanly.
Yeah, if you
This
did,
one, he tosses it anywhere.
hey, if you wanted to make it more complex, I guess this is your chance to
Worse
do
than
it.
Thanos, if that's the case.
Peeing in pools.
Getting real gritty with him.
How many pools have you peed in your life, would you say?
Any pool I've been into. If I'm in a pool, I peed in it.
All right, guys, that is a Nerd 2 podcast for today. Thank you for listening. We will be back later this week on Friday. For Aaron and Teddy, I am Bo. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you at home for listening. Like, share, write us a little review. Do all that stuff. And don't swim in any pools with Teddy because, good God, guy's just letting loose.
I was peeing in Hawaii in the pool.
Oh my god! It's so recent.
And then Elena like comes over like to hug me, and I'm like, "Don't come over here."
Oh my God. Well, Nash is
Are
going to
you both really acting like you guys haven't peed in pools?
I definitely have.
Not in many years.
Very nervous that I was gonna get grown up with like the blue dye.
Yeah, dude. Like
Very nervous, and I just went with it because I couldn't hold it anymore.
that is also, and also it's just unsanitary. Stop doing it.
It's not like I'm the only one not doing it,
in
guy.
there.
Everyone's doing it. It's not just me.
Yeah. Damn. We were making some good points in that video. Hey guys, Aaron and Nerd Suit Monkey here. Before we end this video, I want to give a quick shout out to our Patreon supporters. What can I say about you guys that I haven't already said about myself? You are the most important part of the channel and the main reason we keep going strong. Like Bo says, you keep the lights on in the fridge so the fridge is full. Or something like that. So, from everyone here at Nerd Soup, I'd like to thank you guys for your continued support. If you're interested in joining the ranks of our patron supporters, head over to patreon.com/nerdsoup and check out the rewards we offer to our patrons. We recently dropped some new stickers for you guys to check out, or you could choose a tier that will allow you to select a movie, show, or video game for us to review. We've got a full slate of fan-suggested reviews coming your way, and we're really excited about the chance to review some of those movies and shows. We've also got t-shirts, mugs, behind-the-scenes videos showing how we bring our videos to life. And once again, thank you to all our Patreon pledgers who have been supporting us throughout the years. Without you, we wouldn't be able to convert all your pledges into cryptocurrency, so thank you from my future self for making us rich.